and I'm just excited to be a part of helping with the revitalization process here.
This downtown space has been a burned out shell for more than a decade, but that didn't stop hundreds of people from spending a beautiful Saturday afternoon in downtown Garland.
It's hard to take that there's so many people out there that are just coming out and doing these kind of things and still willing just to reach a hand out and help someone.
2 new homes going to 2 very deserving vets. How hundreds of volunteers, community organizations, and the City of Garland made it possible.
But I'm glad that it's moving to a more historic part of Garland.
And after sitting behind City Hall for years, a historic Garland house makes way to its new location in the city's only historically designated district. That and more on this episode of Garland Spotlight. Hi, I'm your host, Trelana Pollard. Welcome to another episode of Garland Spotlight, where we turn our spotlight on the people, places, and programs that make Garland a great place to live, work, and play. It's an annual celebration of our city's great cultural diversity. The Mosaic Festival provides an opportunity to foster greater understanding, appreciation, and respect for our cultural diversity.
Welcome you to the Mosaic Festival 2014. We're excited to bring it back into the City of Garland's downtown square area. And we want to make sure that everybody knows that we as a city are here to serve them. And no matter what kind of background, language, culture, residential experience you have, we want to be here for you.
What do you get when you combine hundreds of volunteers, several organizations, and the City of Garland together on a project? You get 2 brand new energy-efficient homes for 2 very deserving veterans and their families, plus a nicer neighborhood for everyone else who lives there.
Today we have volunteers out here working on 2 homes for veterans.
There we go.
And we're also doing some neighborhood stabilization and cleanup and repairing homes in the neighborhood.
The City of Garland wanted to really make an impact on the entire neighborhood. We come in and we usually get to address one home in a neighborhood. What we really wanted to do was bring in sponsors and get the rest of the neighborhood interested. Painting projects through volunteers and donated materials. We have replaced a sewer line, we're replacing fencing. We really want people to feel like they can be proud of their neighborhood, and we want them to feel like they're a part of this project and program.
We have a great country, and thank God for our veterans. And thank God for America waking up to how important our veterans are.
It's just wonderful. I mean, it's the right thing. Our veterans deserve every bit of it, and we want them to make sure that they let their kids and their grandkids know that we love our veterans.
It's overwhelming. I mean, it's hard to take that there's so many people out there that are just coming out and doing these kind of things and still willing just to reach a hand out and help someone.
Garland is one of only 5 U.S. cities designated by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development as a partnership city for pilot programs such as this. For more information about the city's veteran home ownership project, go to garlandtx.gov. What are some of the things you can do to help improve your neighborhood? Well, for starters, it doesn't necessarily take a lot of money. The City of Garland's Department of Neighborhood Vitality is here to help you and your neighbors get started.
Vital neighborhoods are being made right here in Garland.
Our idea is the Garland Park and Play Portable Park.
How do we do it? Well, first, we start by working together.
Garland's got swag, or Garland.
And once homeowners find out they can do these small projects, it encourages them to make other investments. And so home values will increase.
Take advantage of everything the City of Garland has to offer. Neighborhood Vitality is there to help any way they can. Remember, all it takes is for you to begin with that first step, to lead you and your neighbors on the path to neighborhood excellence.
Get started by going to garlandvitalneighborhoods.org. There, you'll find tips and resources to get you and your neighbors headed in the right direction. Did you know that the City of Garland has more than 44 different departments? Fleet Services purchases and maintains the hundreds of vehicles needed to keep our city running. But what happens when they need to be replaced? Many of these vehicles find a second life after serving the city.
City of Garland factoid number 18.
What happens to all the city equipment and vehicles when they're not in use?
That's a good question. Tell us, Terry.
Once a year, the city takes all of its surplus equipment. We gather it all year long as we replace vehicles, and then we turn around and we have a once-a-year auction. We replace about 150 to 170 vehicles per year out of our 1,800 vehicle and equipment fleet, and we look for this to hopefully deposit a pretty good number to help offset that buy every year. We disclose everything with the vehicle and its condition, or if there's any issues, and so therefore by doing that we get a lot of repeat folks. They know what they're getting when they go home, and there's no surprises, and so we've got a good reputation in that area, and that helps us at our auction every year.
Wow, she can talk fast. This was the City of Garland factoid number 18. Until our next fact, keep them straight.
For many years, the Pace House sat behind City Hall, but as part of the city's downtown redevelopment project, the historic structure needed to be relocated. It was quite a spectacle as the large two-story house made its way through downtown Garland to a new spot in the city's only historically designated neighborhood on 11th Street.
Well, this is an exciting day. We've been waiting 16 months for. We're actually going to move the Pace House to its new home, finally.
And I know I'm handing her off into good hands and that you're going to take good care of her, so thank you.
The 1870s Lyles House, also relocated because of construction, will soon be moved to the city's Heritage Park. There's quite a few elements to Garland's downtown reconstruction project. Here's what the city is doing to revitalize the area.
Downtown Garland's first transit-oriented development was completed in 2008. Cable channel. All of this is just a beginning. The city's vision? To make downtown Garland a more desirable destination for shopping, entertainment for residents and visitors alike.
Combine a food truck, a band, some locally brewed beer, and a burned-out building. What do you get? A great time in downtown Garland for everyone who came to visit the Food Truck Loft.
We're simply activating the space for the people here on the square to come out and enjoy and just see what the possibilities are with a building that has been vacant and burned out for 15 years. This event was planned in 2 weeks, and we used social media to advance the event, and it has exceeded all of my expectations for sure.
Well, I was just a baby. My mama told me, son, always be good, boy, don't you ever play with guns.
You shake things up, you know, you provide a nice environment for people and give them a taste of what it can be, let them experience it, and then let their own imagination fill the gaps.
And with that, we wrap up another episode of Garland Spotlight. I'm Trelana Pollard. Join us next time for more inspiring and informative stories about the people, places, and programs that make Garland a great place to live, work, and play. I'm Trelana Pollard, and I'll see you next time.